Yeah, what's going on? All right, hello everybody. Another little technical snafu today. Looks like there are two. Dang it! Looks like there's two Rumble streams for some reason. I'm gonna try to figure this out as we go. But it is Wednesday. It's Hump Day. It's time to get through the week. But it's also April 1st. So we'll let you guys know that this is the last show I'm ever gonna do. And I'll tell you about it in a little bit, guys. We're going to play this intro for about 4.5 minutes, I think it is, as long as I click the right one. And we'll be right back. It's We Grow Wednesday. Let's grow. Is this it? Nope, that's not it. Is this it? Why is it? Okay, here it is.
Scrolling through the noise, stories hitting hard, cutting through the void. Big Ugg pulling strings, poison in the feed. Well, they're selling us ain't what we need. Posting articles, lighting up the screen, common struggle shared, know what I mean. Time to wake 'em now, see the hidden game. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, we grow. Yeah, we grow. Every soul gotta eat, fuel the fire inside. But the cause of twisting truth, trying to hide. Processed lies on shelves, stealing our health away. New tech coming fast, showing us a better way. Community talking, sharing what we find. Self-sustainable minds, leaving change behind. Digging in the dirt or digging for the truth. We grow Wednesday, hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday, plant it in the ground. Grow our own, break the chains, rise up strong. Knowledge in our veins where we belong. We grow, we grow. Yeah, we grow. No more blind, no more fed their lies. Hands in the soil, fire in our eyes. From seed to strength, we're taking control. Empower the body, empower the soul. Wednesday rolls again, gather round the feed. Health and wellness news, planting every seed. Growing food ourselves, growing who we are. Better versions rise, shooting for the stars. Big Food's empire cracks. We won't bound time. We grow Wednesday. Hey, hey, stop it on Wednesday. We grow Wednesday. Hey, stop and look around. We grow Wednesday.
All right, we're back, and man, you know, it's funny that you have technical problems no matter what we do, no matter what kind of preparation you have. I started the live stream and didn't realize that I only had one destination plugged in. I'm like, well, we kind of can't do that, so I had to end it immediately, start a new one. Um, Tala was having issues. Let's see. Let me hear it. Hi, Tala.
Is my audio better?
Oh my God. It's like I'm at a drive-through, like an older style drive-through where you like it's just a big speaker that's been beat up for a while. No, but it doesn't sound good. I can't really tell what you're saying. Very weird. But you can mess around with it. We're still getting the show started. I gotta pull the wheel up and stuff.
Let
It's no
me
big deal.
try rebooting my system.
Okay,
I'll be
that
back.
might be better. Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be good. That will work. While we're waiting for Tala, we're gonna pull up the wheel. It's Wednesday. We always try to go through and find out what's happening in the world of like health and wellness and science and stuff that kind of matters to us. We don't have to be experts to kind of pay a little bit of attention to find out, hey, is this even real? Let me do a little research on this, that supplement or that fad diet or whatever it is. So we get into it. We're going to be doing that here shortly, but I'm going to put the wheel here. Let's see which one. Door prize wheel, and I'm going to start putting everybody on the wheel. Comment below. Throw me a hashtag. Say hi. Diane, hello. Who else we got on the Facebook? We got Vicky. My Aunt Vicky's in the house with an I. We got Tala. We got somebody else. Was it Margaret? Denise, hello. And we're over on the Rumble now. Diane and Alice. Wait, didn't I see Alice on the Facebook side? All kinds. Okay, I almost missed all kinds. All kinds. What's up, man? Let's see. Okay, that was it on the Facebook. Let's go over. Got Diane twice for the Rumble. Alice again on the YouTube. Tala on the Rumble. Margaret on the Rumble. Let's go. Okay, that's everybody for now. That's everybody for now. While waiting for her, let me pull up. Let me find my list here. You can check it twice. Check it twice. Saved. Yeah, I've been saving some things, and I have a little bit of a list built up now. There she is. Oop, there she is. And she's back.
It was defaulting to the microphone on the webcam.
That's what it was. Yeah, sounds much better now. Awesome.
So I had to fix that for dropping. I don't know why it did that.
I mean, it feels good to figure it out, though, right?
Oh yeah.
It's like the pleasure of the absence of pain. It's like isn't it such a weird thing? Like people can be conditioned to love someone who puts them in pain because of the relief portion is so strong. Like I don't know, I'm rambling, but like I forget what the syndrome is, but you can start to learn to like just crave the I wouldn't say pleasure, but the relief when you're not in pain. Like anyway, it's crazy. People don't realize unless they have like a long-term pain. What's that?
Random.
It still seems a little bit off. It's weird.
Huh.
All right, I gotta find where we're at here. I don't know. I know we checked out the Brussels sprout, the frog balls. Checked out the frog balls.
Frog balls, yeah.
Back in this here. And this is why we get fat. Okay, that seems good. Birth control. I don't think we talked about this. Let's get into our first segment here. If you guys could hit the like button, share it out with some friends. And I will say this. I know people are coming in from X. If you're watching from Tala's page or watching us from the share that Tala had done, thank you again, Tala. Make sure you leave a comment below her post and help her out. But also come check us out maybe somewhere we can see the comments at, like a YouTube or Rumble or even Facebook. God forbid. ex members going to Facebook. Okay, so let's see here. David Wolf. He's a guy I've been following for a while. Kind of, I don't know. I don't. It's kind of mixed, but mixed bag whether I agree with what he says all the time. But this post here is talking about birth control. Birth control pills classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the World Health Organization, the same group as same group as asbestos and tobacco. This was, I don't know when. It's from February 26th. We'd have to research to find out. But that is, they also list bacon in the same category. Someone said in the comment. They also list bacon in that category. I don't know. I'd have to research that. Now, I do know that we're finding out birth control isn't necessarily good for you, for the ladies. I know a lot of men out there would probably be sad to know that we shouldn't be pushing birth control onto the ladies, or even things like much worse things like such as abortion or surgery to where you can't have babies. All these different things that it's just not good for you.
There's always consequences.
Yeah, there's always something, and I found out recently that a vasectomy is not necessarily ideal either because I don't know. Okay, back up. I haven't heard that it's bad for you, but I have heard of what happens, and I'm like, that doesn't sound good at all. Like they just basically they cut the tube, the fluid still flows, and it's just filling up your sac, and it's just like, and then it just gets absorbed back into your body. They say. And like, how fast does that happen? Are you then on a
Right.
schedule for like?
And I
Anyway,
have to wonder, could that be a recipe for an autoimmune problem?
yeah, I mean,
Possible.
causing problems with your internal
Yeah.
workings for no reason or without a good reason, like a medical problem or something like that. Okay, so I guess I don't know why I clicked off of it. Yeah, we'll see what everybody thinks here. I love bacon, Alice says. Okay, well, I agree with that for sure. Let's see what someone responded about this here. Oh, most relevant. Why? It should always start at all. Most relevant can be an option, but most bacon contains added nitrates and or nitrites, which become carcinogenic when heated in certain temperatures. So why would we
Yep.
add nitrites and nitrates?
Preservatives, which I avoid.
On
But you
bacon?
can get nitrate free. You can just get uncured bacon if you're going to eat that. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's what I
Nitrite-free.
look for even in oh God, everything. Beef sticks, beef jerky, savory snacks quite
Mhm.
often have that added. So I try to avoid it because I'm very aware that it can trigger joint pain. So I avoid that. I avoid sodium benzoate, all of those.
Isn't it crazy that we, at some point, as a society, figured out that, and more in the business world, they're like, well, look, there are ways to preserve food, but we would like to preserve that food way, way longer than that. Whatever the whatever the natural methods are, smoking things, tanning things, drying meats and stuff like that. I mean, that stuff still goes bad, I guess, after a certain amount of time. So then they want to just be like, let's make it shelf stable for 10 years. What can we put on it? I don't know. Just like this stuff we're looking at here. Go ahead.
I've had this filter going around in my head for months, maybe longer, trying to figure out why is this on my mind. And now that you mentioned that, we're told not to lay up in store.
Not to what in the store?
Store things,
Oh.
like stockpile.
Hmm.
I mean, I was raised a survivalist. I call it a preppers now.
Hmm.
But culturally, traditionally, originally, we were not supposed to do that, to that degree. You know what I mean? Like worry so far ahead. And yet, everything we do now is like that. And now we're finding out there's problems.
Yeah.
BPA in the lining of cans, aluminum.
That leads me to think about things like the seed vault and other I guess, uh, world preservation methods, because I'm wondering like
Seeds were
what's really
okay.
happening. You think they're just cold? You think that's all they're doing? It's just in a cold environment. That's
Seeds
it.
are okay, I think, because I mean, without seeds, you're not going to have any more plants. Period.
Yeah, but why do they keep
And heritage seeds.
engineering the plants then? In that case,
Well,
can't
yeah,
you
we shouldn't be
leave them
doing
alone?
that in my.
The seeds are the seeds. We can do it by just like with cannabis, where they try to find different traits and they breed those traits, just like with animals. We can do it that way, but then scientists are like, well,
I
we
don't
could make
mind.
it. We could take a shortcut by just like splicing some DNA in here. What do we could do
When you
anyway?
get the whole like high tech stuff involved, that's when I'm like, you know. Now, grafting, all good. Um, Selecting traits in plants, yeah, I get that. And I just mentioned to someone a couple days ago, when I was little, I used to work in the garden with my mom. We knew the strawberry patch would come back on its own each year. Mm. But like the onions, why would you buy new seeds? You
Right.
let the last few plants go to seed and you collect the seeds, and that's what you plant the next year. So in doing that, you might spot a plant that's a little bigger and go, you know, let's see if the seeds from that produce a stronger plant the next year. That's a natural sort of selection, and
Mhm.
I don't have a problem with that, certainly. Yeah.
Chris says, "Don't mess with my bacon, Tala. We'll have problems." All right. All right.
I'm not.
Well, she told you a way around it. She told you how you can like look for that. I never
Nitrate
thought to
free,
look at it. Yeah.
uncured, yeah.
This is
And you know what? If you go and look for, well, I live in Southern California. I'm in the Inland Empire, so we have Stater Brothers. Stater Brothers has one that doesn't have those preservatives. It's uncured, but they have the ends and pieces. It's half price just because the slices don't look perfect. It's like $5 a pound
right.
instead of 10. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind the imperfect food. I mean, it's like waste not, want not, or imperfect shaped food. Like I'm not.
Yeah. You're gonna
Let's
chew
be
it
let's
up
be
and
real.
chop it up anyway, so
Hmm. Look at this. I don't know why it made me think of it, but instead of testing on animals, I guess Trump has phased out the federal animal experimentation. And so now, this is from disclosure.tv. I don't know who exactly is doing this. Oh, from um, this investor, Boyang Wang. I don't know if that's real. Maybe it's an April Fool's thing, but it says R3 Bio working to grow headless human bodies to harvest organs for research. Uh,
yeah, that's a hard no for me.
if
That's a
he said, quote, if we can create a non-sentient headless bodyoid for a human being, that will be a great source of organs.
I don't even approve of lab-grown animals, you guys. That's me. You can
Yeah.
feel however you want, but I got like, and it's because it leads to that. Like, where
Well,
do we draw
but
the line?
isn't this the better outcome? If let's just give it the rose-colored glasses and say that it's not going to be twisted, which I'm sure they're already doing that somewhere in behind the scenes, creating super headless people or whatever. But but think about all the people that are on organ transplant donor
Yeah,
lists and things like that, and they wouldn't need all of the what was it called, the anti I forget the word,
anti-rejection drugs.
yeah,
Yeah,
stuff like that, and they wouldn't need all that because it would be grown from your cells, and we know that's going to happen. But let's just say this: do they need the whole body? Do they need the whole
that's the
headless
question.
body? Can
Thank
we
you. That's
just
the
grow a
question.
piece of it? Like, does it need
Thank
legs and
you.
arms? Can we just
So maybe there's a problem with trying to grow just the organ, but I don't think there is because, so far as I understand it, they've already done this. They just haven't
right?
gotten one that they feel is, like they haven't approved it as viable for use yet. But I get that maybe they're thinking, well, it's better if it's grown in a body, but I can't. Mm, that's a
Maybe
line.
there is a reason for it, but if you think of it just simplistically, like more material means should be more work, right? I mean, like
Efficiency.
more cells, more
I don't think
nutrients, all of it.
I don't think we should be growing headless humans. I'm just going to state that for the record.
Robot heads can go on those pretty quick and easy, right? You just
believe
Pop
I
it
even had to
on.
say that. I
NASA
feel
is
like I
going
need a
back to the
shower
moon again
again.
today. Oh, that's today, Kyle? I forgot that was today. Where today
I
is
mean,
the.
obviously, I'm a creationist, okay? Which does not, to be clear, does not completely discount science. Like, I'm one of those people who's like I used to go to Kenneth Copeland's conventions, and he's very entertaining. Whatever anybody thinks about him, as whatever. He's an excellent teacher, and he used to joke about this and say, "Oh, this was a Big Bang." Okay, so that doesn't mean that the Big Bang theory is wrong. It's just why did that happen? We still know why that happened. Well, if there is a creator, like B, and it happened, you get that. So I don't think that spiritual beliefs discount science. I
Kyle,
don't
I'll
think it's
just be
in
honest. You lost me
conflict.
at Big Bang Theory because all I could think of is our whole universe is in a hot, dense state. Something,
Great show.
something, something.
Great show.
So thanks, Kyle, for reminding me. It looks like some live footage here coming from NASA. We're going around the moon. Come watch it with us. So clearly they're not. I don't think they're. Doesn't look like they're in space at the moment in this video. Let me just look at it.
Ear on the rat. Yeah, that was creepy. They grew an ear on a rat. That was so gross.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. See, I feel like that's which one. If you had to pick one, headless body or rats with organs growing on them. Like I don't know.
Fine.
Yeah. They're just standing around. They'll be standing around for a while though. You can't watch too much of this. Tell you what though, if you title it this on Rumble, like you'll get like I remember having like 80, 90 people watching in there with like different launches and different Tesla or Star what is it?
I have trouble hearing you over that.
Oh, my bad.
There you go.
I thought she was quieter than that. It sounded like it to me.
Like,
What I was saying was that if you make a go live on Rumble and label it something about the NASA or whatever, you get a lot of people watching because we did that with the uh, why can't I think of SpaceX? Jeez, the SpaceX different launches and stuff. Every time, just randomly going live and having like a watch party, and just you have like 90 people in there watching, even if they're not doing anything. It's really crazy. I think a lot of people just have it sitting on, waiting for the action to happen. Anyway, we'll back to Facebook. What do you think about the moon landing or the moon trip? I don't think
well,
they're
they're not going to
landing.
land yet. They're
They're just going
circling right
around it.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
They're supposed to land next year, which they're approaching with caution. I think that's a good idea.
They'll come out today and say
What
April
people realize
Fools.
about
Oh,
the first mission was that they were prepared for and pretty sure that it could be a one-way trip.
right.
So they were already in that mindset, because we didn't know what was going to happen. There was no way to be sure. So yeah.
Do you think it's legit? Do you think they're actually going to make it around the moon?
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like they could. We have better technology now that they could actually live stream it the whole way. Or this is what I really feel like is on the way there, or even an unmanned ship could drop little like relays. I mean, hell, we have Wi-Fi extenders in for our houses. Like there should be a way to get the signal to the point where we can freaking live stream the entire trip around the moon. But I
Yeah,
guess
that
the
would
Van
be
Allen
cool.
radiation belt and things like that cause problems. But yeah,
I forgot about that actually. I'm grabbing the link for Twitch to post it on
cool.
the
I
thing
see
on
you,
X.
Kim.
Yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. There are issues.
Isn't it?
I think
Isn't it
Elon is doing a lot to resolve a lot of that, though.
right? I hope so. I mean, we already know some simple answers like water. Water is a shield against radiation. So all you have to do, you couldn't do it all at one time. You'd have to ship some water up there, and then you'd have to build something up there. Anyway, Kyle says, "Isn't it strange they choose today of all days to go back to the moon? Right? April Fools. I don't know. Feel like they probably schedule it. The person who scheduled it might have snickered when they made the schedule. Like, oh, April Fools.
Yeah, because everybody was disbelieving, and I was like, no, let me go check. All I had to do was pull up ChatGPT and ask.
Is it going on? Is it going to be happening for multiple days? Because if it was all supposed to happen today, then I could see that being a little more
Yeah,
on the
not one day.
nose.
It's
But
it's a few days, and there's probably going to be multiple trips before they get to, you know, 2027's when there's going to be a landing. That's the plan. But I think there's probably going to be multiple trips. They want to be sure. Like in 2026, it's different than we're not sure what's going to happen. Let's just hurl them out there and they're willing to sacrifice themselves. We'd like to prevent that kind of loss of life.
so they're being
Let's
more
not do
cautious, you
something
think? Hmm.
hasty. Oh, yeah, because people were very motivated to make that leap then. And being that it was the first landing, of course they knew they were taking a huge risk. Like the first time, you have no idea. Well, between then and now, we've had the Challenger, and we've had loss of life from rockets, from the shuttle, and
Hmm.
so we're aware that one little thing and it could be over. So we don't want to do that intentionally now, particularly since this is a step in exploration and not like a monumental thing that we've never done before. We don't want to do something that could unnecessarily cause loss of life. So I think they're going to be very cautious.
Chris is getting full on tinfoil hat over here. Says, "Mark my words, there will be no landing. We were told to stay away. We aren't going back. Did you read the released reports? I don't know. What reports are you referring to? The papers, the documents, the files. When you say the files, it's like, oh man, there's files. There's files on this. We did a real moon landing, and we won't be
Is me to
back."
get some
Chris.
tinfoil from the kitchen? No, sorry.
That's a different take, Chris, because most people say either we went or we didn't go. You say we went, but we won't be back. Interesting. China's got a base there. Wait, whoa, what? Confirm you're human to use your account.
No. Oh no.
I
Oh no
think
no.
I'm human. Let
I
me just
had
take
I
this off
had
the
an
screen
issue
here.
with part of what caused me a problem was I thought I was closing and instead I clicked on a message and it got me locked up. I had to reboot my system to fix that. Hmm.
Why is it
And there
telling me
shouldn't
to
be.
confirm I'm a human?
I don't know, but I wouldn't touch that. They're getting crafty. Like that stuff shouldn't have even been in my inbox in Messenger this morning. You want to
That's
make
my
sure that
Facebook tab though, and it
yeah,
looks
that's the
legit.
thing. It
Session
was
expired.
my
Please log in again.
yeah, that
Somebody
was
somebody booted me from Facebook.
uh, are you sure?
Yeah, I mean, I got booted on my phone and my computer at the same time.
Wow. Oh boy.
Says zero watching on Facebook. Must have
Oh.
something happened.
Well, let me double check my Facebook.
Did I get nuked?
Uh, hmm. Switch to First Light Warrior.
This is kind of scary.
Yeah, I know.
Upload a verification selfie. What? Why is this
I show
doing
us
this to me?
live. I show us live. I
I'm gonna.
wouldn't touch whatever that is.
I mean, it's. I went to Facebook.com. This is actually Facebook telling me to do this.
Oh, we are
Why?
we are live. It's
Okay.
on there. Yeah.
Well, I need to go up and grab my notebook with my passwords.
Yeah,
And then,
sometimes you got to resort to a different device and all kinds of stuff. That's
yeah, it's very
interesting.
strange. It doesn't look like someone logged in. It just looks like I've been completely booted out and also unverified or something.
Well, see, that's the thing. I had to get out of whatever window I was in. I had to hold down escape and do all kinds of weird stuff.
I opened a different tab. I was in a whole different Facebook, and it still pulled it
Yeah.
right up. Came right up
Huh.
like I was still trying to verify. This is
Alice says, I see you. Patricia
okay.
says they're messing with all of us.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little glitchiness going on.
So, I
So
mean, they're even still commenting. So we're good on Facebook, so that's very strange. That's why I
Um,
was like, you want to be sure that you're actually where you're supposed to be.
yeah, and I won't be able to
Can you
watch the
check it with a
comments.
different device, maybe?
I don't really have another
Hmm.
way to do that. Well, I'm using two different devices and it logged me out of both. So,
Wow.
yeah,
You would think if it actually did that, we would not be live, but we are.
right. It's like I'm not. So my count is okay, I guess. At least as far as not being disappeared yet.
Hmm.
See if this works. I'm logged in, but upload your verification selfie. Chat with us. What is going on here?
It's not sounding right.
Is that? I wonder if everybody's gonna have to do this.
I I'm telling you, I did not have to relog. I got rid of whatever was on my screen and
Okay, I'll just open Facebook again and see what happens. Yeah, this is. It might have to do with me being verified, but it has an option
hmm.
to chat with us. This is crazy.
First opportunity, change your password.
Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Wow, you guys. Well, sorry for the little delay here in the show, but this
Sorry for the
is,
intermission.
yeah.
It worries me because, on all platforms they are getting so crafty.
Mm-hmm.
And so whatever I clicked on when I did and I was looking at, something open that I couldn't get out of, I was like, "Oh no, you did not."
I submitted an appeal. It says I submitted an appeal on what happens next. Your account is not visible to people on Facebook and you can't use it.
This is not no. I'm looking at it on Facebook. That's why I said, "Are you sure that you are in the right place?"
Yeah, I mean, it's the app, unless the app has been taken over.
Hmm.
Definitely a glitch. Probably not anything I did, or even a hacker. I think it's probably a Facebook issue.
Hmm.
That is strange. So you guys are still watching on Facebook?
Alice
Facebook?
says I had to redo my password for my bank account today, which I
Oh
never
no!
had to do. Well, I'd be real hesitant if that happened.
What is happening today?
Yeah.
It says I
Yeah, I can
submitted
see you
an
guys.
appeal. I don't know what it's talking about. Submit an appeal. It usually takes us about an hour to review your information. Check back here. We find your account does not follow our community standards, blah, blah, blah. If we find your account doesn't follow our community standards, it will be permanently disabled and you won't be able to appeal again. That's fine. You know what, Facebook? Fucking just disable my account permanently. I won't be coming back with some new fake account or whatever. I'm not going to do that. I just won't come back. Maybe I'm getting
I hope
hacked. Well, no,
I hope
if I
you
was getting
actually have
hacked, go ahead. Sorry.
I hope you actually I hope that's actually Facebook. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, there's no way for me to change my password. Like it's just that's as far as it will let me go.
uh
Now I could try logging out,
that's what I was
but I
gonna
was
say.
already
I
logged out.
mean,
Your appeal is being reviewed. Are you sure you want to log out? You might not get appeal status updates.
see, I whatever I opened told me not to close, not to shut down my computer, and I went, yeah, no, I'm shutting it down.
Yeah, this isn't the same thing, I don't think for sure, but it's definitely weird.
Mm.
Chat with us. Long wait. Try again in an hour. This doesn't seem right at all. I've never
I can't
seen this
see the
happen.
address bar.
Facebook.com/checkpoint. Yeah.
Checkpoint?
Yeah, whatever this message
It
point is.
shouldn't
Yeah.
say checkpoint. I don't know.
I mean, I went to Facebook.com.
Mm.
And it does this. You know what? Why the long wait? I bet you a bunch of people had this happen at the same time, and I bet you everyone's just like trying to ask.
Well, it could be a major hack on the platform.
That could be for sure.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Yep.
So that's why I say at your earliest opportunity, you want to change that password because you just typed it in.
I can't.
Oh,
There's
so
nowhere
it
to
didn't
go.
let you?
Yeah.
If it
There's
didn't let you, that's
nowhere.
good.
Yeah. There's nowhere to like it took my password and logged in and told me I had this issue. So the password
That's what I'm
worked.
saying.
Yeah.
Well,
Look, guys. I will say this: everyone watching, maybe you all should change your passwords too. But also, I have never, if this happens and it actually is a hacker or something, you know, what is it, uh, 20 years, and I've never had it happen. So, hey, not too bad of a run if that's the case. I'm usually pretty good about changing my password and everything and having a strong password and all that.
and
So I don't think that's what's happening here. Now we're kind of stuck because my list of stuff is there.
yeah, it only concerns me
Wow.
because you typed your password in, but
On my phone.
yeah.
Yeah. And it's showing me the same thing on my phone that it's showing me on the computer. So I don't know what to make of
Well,
it.
we know there's no violations. You're very good about following the rules.
I mean, they don't like the smoke, but that usually does get a flag once in a while, but then they take it away almost immediately. Like, I can't tell you how many times in the last month I've had them say, you're no longer recommendable, and within the same day, they re recommend me
Yeah,
because
I
there's
had that
some
happen
glitch
on every
happening. Yeah.
single one of my pages this year. I'm
Yeah.
like, when I put up videos going, what's your problem?
Yeah. Man, I don't know what to do now. Maybe I'll get a email. Oh, that's what I should do. I should check my email. I bet they sent me something, I would think.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If it's from them, they'll send you one. So far as I know.
Who knows now? It's crazy. Oh, out there.
Huh. Hmm. Well, my page looks like it's okay since I cleared whatever the heck was going on with me.
Hmm, very weird. Checking my other email. I see you, Chris. Sorry,
The
Chris.
AI
I'm
just
not looking at
instated it.
my.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of an intense situation is all.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure something out here.
I don't know what you mean by the AI just instated it. I'm trying to look up and see what. If anyone has a number. I'm trying to scroll back up here.
They have been changing things on Facebook, so I know that's probably what's going on, just a glitch. But
They did the same thing to me. I had to show my face and turn my head to prove I'm human. He was trying to do that. Huh.
Facebook.
Okay. Well, that's not the same thing as what happened with mine, so I don't know.
Okay, so here we go. Actions needed on your Facebook account. You have 180 days to take action. This is from Facebook.
Half a year?
Your Facebook account has been suspended. This is because your account or activity on it doesn't follow our community standards. If you think we suspended your account by mistake, you have 180 days to appeal. I did appeal. I can click appeal again here in this email. I don't know if they'll let me do it twice. See,
I
I
guess
didn't
maybe
even.
it's a good thing I don't put my credentials in like we talked about. It's
Mhm.
would both be in jeopardy.
Can learn more.
They won't go after me for just reposting because that's on somebody else's page, but they shouldn't be messing with you anyway. It's not like you're Like you're discreet. It's
Yeah, I
stupid.
don't I don't just make everything about cannabis, but yeah, then
Yeah.
that shouldn't be the biggest thing. Something else is going on here. Maybe somebody reported me or something. I don't know. I have
Ugh.
some haters. I had a couple haters still floating around all the time that I never go and see what they're doing, but they always are watching what I'm doing. Saw one today I hadn't
One of the best
seen or
memes
heard
about
from
that,
in what.
if you hate me, you don't like my content, but you're still like watching what I'm doing, you're a fan.
Right. Biggest fans, yeah, or your haters. Well, one of them came out of nowhere today. I hadn't seen in years or months at least, and was hitting the laugh emoji on a bunch of people's reviews on my page. Like you can do a review. I'm like, what? Where's this coming from, dude? And another, anyway, I don't know. This is crazy.
Aren't you glad
And
your life is so much better than that that you don't need to do that?
yeah, I mean, I don't need to worry about that. And I mean, I feel like that between that and regular glitches, you never really know who's doing something to you, so you can't really worry about that. And the whole block feature, like
True.
I don't block
Um,
anyone. What's up?
is down reports a major Facebook outage. So the core website responds normally, but features inside Facebook are failing, which is typical during a partial meta outage. Okay.
Ah,
That could trigger a bunch of stuff.
right.
Like we had recently on X, we had a bunch of weirdness. They Nikita turned loose one of his bot hunting things, and it went off the rails and nuked a bunch of valid accounts, like
Hmm.
nuked them. So
Wonder
for a
why.
full
Go ahead.
24 hours or so, some of us couldn't do things like follow, but it literally, they had to bring some people back.
I wonder if that's why I've been slowly but surely losing followers on X, just slowly draining,
Yeah, they're doing bot purges.
slowly draining. I'm at 17, or I'm in 11.7, 11 1177, I should say.
Yeah,
And I was over
bot purge.
1200. It just slowly, I don't know. I've been making an attempt to make a post on X every day.
Yeah.
Doesn't do
Because you
much,
don't sit
but
around and get rid of them like I do. So yeah, you'll lose followers when there's a bot purge because you don't know what's on your
mhm.
list if you're not, you know.
Yeah, I
But
don't even look at who's following me. I
I'm
don't do the
careful
follow
about
for
it, and
follow.
it still got me. Like I couldn't follow anybody for like 24 hours.
It's this here 34th flight of this booster. The same
Funny.
booster, 34 flights. That's pretty incredible. Oh, I just got a ding. I wonder if that's email ding.
Chris says he can't post on Facebook. Okay, that's interesting. Let's see.
Yeah,
Testing.
so I feel a little bit better about it, but I hope it doesn't actually accidentally put me in suspended mode by via glitch.
Yeah,
It's
I
messed
know.
up.
Well, the test works for me, so yeah, it's partial because not everybody is. I was able to post.
Hmm.
Now, how do I delete it?
Maybe. Well, you know why? I know why. I mean, I'm gonna give a strong educated guess here, Tala. You're on the West Coast. That's where
Yeah,
Facebook is. That's where their servers are. I bet you
that's
the
right. You're
closer
not
you
on the
are
West
to it,
Coast.
yeah, I bet you the closer you are to it, the more likely it's still working for you.
Well, yeah,
So
there's gonna be, like batches, just like they roll out new features in batches as well. So it's probably regional. Yeah.
hey, what's up, Chuck? Thanks for popping in on the YouTube, man.
I wanted to
Facebook's
make sure you weren't
having
a
some trouble.
spammer.
Yeah, so I did the same thing, the verification. So I'm wondering if they're going to make everybody do that, Chris, because I've heard that some sites, including X, are talking about making every user verify, and some people kind of push back on that and say, well, what about the anonymity? What about like being able to be anonymous online? And
Oh,
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
that's
I'll
a
do that,
dub,
but it's dumb. Three
double-edged
times
sword.
in one day, though.
What's this mean to the? What are you saying here, Chuck? To the what? To the moon? Is that a moon? Anyway, so we're looking at the moon. Okay, that's what he said, to the moon. Yeah, we're looking at the current.
To be on video, turn your head up, down, left, right. Yeah, just like they scan with AI.
Hmm.
So stupid.
I just gave
Which
them the
tells me
same
Meta's
picture.
employing, like they turned Grok loose to be in charge of the algorithm on X.
Mhm.
They're all employing that. I'm telling you, it's a bad idea.
Having no control and the AI controlling what we like, essentially what we think. How could that go wrong? Yeah, I'm sorry, Chuck. I figured it out after a minute there. There are,
Generation X, did y'all not see Terminator?
right? Like, because you
And a
have
million
different,
other movies?
you have some people working on robotics. You have people over here working on intelligent, digital life forms. Do we think they're ever going to merge? I mean, of course. This
What
is
could go
cool.
wrong?
Let me listen to what they're saying now.
Spacecraft and try to get nice and close to the other portion of the rocket that had just separated. And so you can see actually a little bit in the view that you have right now. So for Reed, the left-hand person, his right hand, there's a kind of a joystick, if you will, on the right side. And then on the left side, there's something similar. And so they've got, translational and rotational hand controllers in order to command the rocket in different axes.
I feel like they're not using those controllers very much, though. They're like beep boop, computer, do the thing, aim it right, do me. I wonder if AI is involved in this launch. You think?
To some degree. I mean, well, let's get technical.
Parts of
Does
it, yeah.
everybody here have a smartphone?
Right.
You're
It's got
using AI.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
You don't have to
And
use Grok or ChatGPT. I mean, everything is AI to some degree at this point, if it's digital and it's online. Yeah.
just Googling things, you're using AI.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at how tight they are in there, though, man. That is just claustrophobia almost.
My hat's off to them. Better you than me. Yeah, I'm claustrophobic. What they do is so demanding in so many ways, mentally, physically.
What's she talking
Yeah.
about?
Rocket, very complex, like I mentioned, over 355,000 pieces. So let me show you a couple key components, starting with these three fairing panels right there. When the rocket blasts off, obviously it is going to get very fast. It's going to get hot and windy. And so we have these three fairing panels in place to help protect our astronauts. I am also going to take you into a little bit closer look and talk about the LAS, or the Launch Abort System. This is the one piece that is going to be in place to protect the astronauts should something happen to go wrong in the first few minutes of launch. They can actually hit those abort motors, and these can activate within milliseconds, basically faster than you can even blink, and that is going to pull the crew and the crew capsule away from any danger. Now, obviously, we hope that those are not needed, and if that is the case, then about 3.5 minutes into flight, the LAS and those fairing panels will actually activate and jettison away. They'll fall away from the rocket, because at that point, the crew can actually abort the spacecraft safely by themselves. Now, we've talked a lot about the crew capsule right here. This is where they are going to spend the duration of their flight. We're going to talk a lot more about that one in just a little bit. But for now, let me jump down here to the service module.
I mean, Chris, there were 6 successful landings. It wasn't just once.
It's pretty much going to provide
there was?
almost
I didn't know
everything that they need for the entire mission. Temperature control, removing the carbon dioxide, providing them with oxygen, so much more. You can also do course corrections and things like that. So super quick breakdown, but as you can see, all of these components together are going to make the spacecraft one that is built not just to fly, but to protect systems.
So this is the spacecraft. When we look at it, a lot of people are looking at the entire rocket thinking, oh man, look how big that is. But it's just the top piece. It's just the piece that's being jetted, pushed so hard with the rest of it. Yeah, that's cool. It's not what I had planned for today's show, but we can maybe find something else on X that has a health bend. I tell you what, I'll point out a friend of mine who I am hoping to get on the show on the 7th. See if I can find it this way. No, why can't I find it? There she is.
That's the first thing that comes up in this.
It found her, and then she left. That's crazy. There it is. Just A. I can't type the APO, and that just takes her away. I can only type A, and it will find her. That's insane. Anyway, Apothecary.
Oh, yeah, Apothecary.
You know her? Okay, yeah, she's pretty cool.
I'm not following her, but yeah, I know her. Yeah,
I've
of
been.
her. She probably would know who I am. I don't know.
Well, she's a busy gal. She's actually a registered nurse, and she goes and does home visits, medical visits to home health care. She also does a space every Sunday at 9 a.m., which I have told people about a few times. If you are out there and you really want some deep dive on health information, specific topics, you got to go and check her out on Sunday mornings. I'm telling you, like she has brought a lot of revelations to my eyes as far as things like nutrition and autism. Like there's several different things that she's had. She had me on as a guest one time with a bunch of other farmers and growers, and it was interesting. But yeah, she's great. Now I'm hoping to get her on a Tuesday during the live show, as long as Facebook comes back. But I'm excited to have her on, and she would be great on a Wednesday too. Really any time, but she's such a busy person. I don't know if I'm even going to get her on at all, and let alone for more than like a half an hour. But if you're on X, you definitely need to go and check her spaces out, because it's not just another, hey, let's give everybody a chance to talk. She actually has a guest on, and she doesn't let anybody talk or from the audience until like halfway through. Then she lets people come up and ask the guest questions, but the guests are usually like very highly educated health professionals and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, let me see what she's got to say lately. She'll post some really good stuff. Children's Health Defense is another one I follow. New York Democrats are introducing bills that would allow experimental vaccines to be required for school attendance. Wow. Sounds horrific.
Florida is nuking the mandates.
Mandatory vaccines. I mean, can we agree, or is there nuance in the fact that a vaccine is to protect you and not the people around you?
Yeah. If you
Isn't
want
that?
to put something foreign in your body, go ahead. But this has been the sticking point all along. I'm an autoimmune patient, for example. Some vaccines are live. I can't do those because I would have to stop my hydroxychloroquine for 2 weeks and then 2 more weeks, a month, off of the med that's keeping my immune system from trying to kill me. Doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get into the mRNA stuff, and that is triggering autoimmune conditions.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying not to kill myself over here.
Well,
That's simple.
So as a kid without a choice, say the parents are told they have to have it for the kid to go to school, I feel like that needs to be addressed, and I think it's starting to with stuff like this, because we see that the kids, the vaccine schedule has gone nothing but up, 130 something vaccines by the time they're 6 or something like that, and just crazy.
Terrifying.
And there's no
had
need for it.
The tetanus, pertussis, diphtheria, measles, mumps, rubella, smallpox. That's 7. Polio, 8. I don't think there's anything else. I can name them. You can't if you're in that later generation where it's you don't know. You have no idea what they injected in you. That to me is insanity. And in California, they're trying to make it so private schools have to comply with this. I went to a private school. That's not fancy like it sounds. It was a co-op. We were not wealthy. Why? I'm in a school with 20 kids. Why? Montessori school is very similar. It's not the state of California's business to tell people who are trying to protect their children who may be medically fragile and have moved them to a personal environment like homeschooling or a co-op. It is not the business of the government to say, inject this in your child. That's insane.
Yeah, and you feel like there's I mean, assumptions are pretty easily made that there's some kind of a deal going on between, vaccine manufacturers and the government, which we already know with recent, with the COVID vaccine. We know how that worked out. Do we think that was any different before? And we can move on because we've talked about vaccines a lot. But the thing is, like, if it happened with the COVID vaccine, where there was a sweet deal between multiple companies, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, what's the other one? And they're like, hey, no liability. We'll buy every one that you make. So basically guaranteed profits and all of that. Like, of course, they would want to force all of that stuff. And guaranteed profits, no liability. Like, how could you go wrong as the company? And that's in that
And
case.
unnecessary. Although I couldn't tell you much more about it, my research tells me that the one they jokingly called Sputnik, the COVID vaccine in Russia, is not mRNA. It's a different tech.
Oh, really?
So I'm willing to bet they don't have people having strokes and dropping dead from it over there.
It's just a shot of vodka. Take this. Call me in the morning. That's actually supposedly that's a myth that they drink. Yeah, I guess that's a myth that Russians just drink all the time.
Some do
from movies and stuff. But
yeah,
I'm sure
it's
some
not
do.
like
Just
there's
like
some
us.
that are like, nope, like they won't drink coffee, they won't drink alcohol. The ones that don't, they're like, they'll tell you, I hate drunks, can't stand drunks.
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was a swing. Maybe it was a pendulum kind of swing of their society.
Well, if you're Orthodox, see, my mentor is Orthodox. You mess with that, But he's very controlled. Like if he wanted to have a drink, you know what I mean? But he doesn't get drunk.
Comes from the Cold War. It's not a myth. I think the myth stemmed from maybe soldiers trying to stay warm in the trenches with some alcohol. I could totally see that, but
also, I mean, if you're in a poverty-stricken, what else is there to do, right? But no, it's not as prevalent as people think. Like all Russians drink. No, they don't. Because I've got friends.
It's like a movie. It's like a movie trope almost. Now, I'm not going to say they don't. Like you said, Chris, there's definitely plenty of, there's drugs in Russia too, right? But but it's just something that we have. It's kind of similar. I was talking to my Taekwondo instructor the other day. He said, I asked him if they ever cleaned the mats. He kind of snickered. Like he said, he went to he used to train at a judo gym, and he got ringworm on his feet there because it was just a dirty gym. And I was like, yeah, the mat doesn't have to look clean if they just spray a little disinfectant on it once in a while. Like, I'm not asking for like a pristine. I wasn't asking him for anything, but he said that, and I brought up, I was like, people, have we talked about this, how the whole trope of Southern people being stupid and where that came from? So people in the South are known for not wearing shoes as often, or very often at all. And because they were not wearing shoes, and this is probably in like the 1800s, early 1900s, they started getting this parasite that comes up through the feet. And this parasite lowers your IQ. I don't remember how much, but more or less that's where the whole like Hollywood trope of like the dumb Southerner comes from, and it was a real thing.
Hookworm, I think.
Hookworm, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Looks like Brittany is our winner today, number 11. Brittany is one of our newest members, so I'm happy to see her win.
Yeah, I was trying to think where all, like, I've got one friend in Tomsk, Siberia, one in Georgia, one in Ekaterinburg, St. Petersburg, some in Moscow. And not a single one of them drinks like that. They don't do that, like they have that social structure of they don't want to be around it,
Speaking of drinks, what do you think of this here? A new analysis shows that only 1.4% of EPA labels that should have a cancer warning actually have one. That means only 69 out of 4,919 pesticide labels that should warn about cancer actually do. Please address this soon. This is from Dr. Alexandra Munoz. I think I'm following her. Yes. Wow. Yeah, so not only do we have a problem using chemicals, but we have a problem hiding it.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Like if it was transparent and they said, yeah,
organic still allows pesticides, it's just what's approved.
That's true. And I would be worried about like what's approved because we approved all that stuff before, you know. And I think the best approval would be companion planting, and I know there's some really natural stuff you can use because I use it, but
chrysanthemum extract for one thing, and yeah.
Worm tea. I have a sponsor. Yeah. Shouts out to Soil Food. They have a whole deal going on for April. $10 off. I believe the code was April. I did share that. So if you're watching, if you go find it on Facebook, you want need some worm castings or the worm tea that they make, which can be used as a foliar spray to prevent pests and stuff like that. Because
I use red worms in my composting bin so that I can do that. But I've also purchased some in the past. And then I use a copper fungicide, so that's as natural as it gets.
Copper fungicide. I don't know about that.
Because there's antifungal sprays that are chemicals that you don't want to get either, but the copper fungicide is as natural as it gets. I did my research before I gardened last year. I wanted to be very conscientious, you know.
Who's a stand for health freedom? No, don't know them. But she says action item. Stop the liability shield for poisons. We need all Maha. She's all about the Maha. You know, I hesitate to like jump in on any team really. Like I'm not MAGA, I'm not Maha, but I am very like conscientious about those things. Like I'm
a big supporter of RFK. And here's the question I always ask people. It stands for Make America Healthy Again. Where can you find fault with that?
Sounds like my son is calling for me. Yep, spring break time. Yeah, no, I agree, but at the same time, it's clearly a team sport, and if you say I agree with other teams, you know, motto or something, then you're just a traitor or whatever, and that's what.
I mean, that's not political. It's about not poisoning ourselves.
Right, I agree.
Yeah.
But now, like, you got people like going the other way around. I'm gonna eat as much Tylenol as I can, or whatever.
Which I say, go ahead. Just don't expect me to pay your medical bill when it happens.
Right. KG, where you at, bud? I heard you calling for me. You need help? What, dude? Is that why you're yelling for me?
No. Intermission music.
Right. That's okay. I don't have any. Bye. You can play it there if you want. Oh boy. He calls me up here to ask for. So, okay, we have a new obsession in the house here, Tala. We have figured out that you can draw and decorate paper towel and toilet paper rolls when they're empty.
I see.
And he literally has probably 40 of them already standing up on his toy box. He can't even open his toy box because he has all of them on it. It's just standing up. They're all decorated like all of his favorite characters and everything. And now he's constantly trying to find more. He's literally trying to create them by taking paper off or like find some in the garbage or whatever, things like that. And I'm like, dude, you will like, I'll give them to you as they're made. Like, you can't just, And then he called me up there just now, which he never does while I'm busy. And his only question was if he could have some more toilet paper rolls. No, dude, I can't make them out of thin air. That's funny.
They go buy a package of them.
Yeah, I don't know if you can. Maybe I could buy something like that. But it's just
You can
cool
buy
that
cardboard
he's.
tubes.
Well, I shouldn't even buy them. I think it's cool that he's reusing something, that we would
Reuse,
throw
yeah.
away. Right. Anyway, so shout out to Chris and Alice. I guess the only couple people hanging out with us on the Rumble. Some other people over there. Somebody on Twitch. I don't know. It's a crapshoot today, Tyler, but we'll find something to learn anyway.
Wild ride.
Yeah, we'll find something to learn. She says, hands on deck to block House Republicans from passing this disastrous liability shield. So let me listen to what she has to say.
We
Yeah.
have been like alcoholics, just addicted and drunk on glyphosate for decades now. And Trump sees the risk of being so heavily dependent on another country for an herbicide that our farming system has so heavily used. Now, I don't want to say dependent upon, like
We
many
are, though.
other people are saying, right? Because dependency implies that it's absolutely necessary. And that's what's being implied by many in
To a
this
degree.
administration, that our farmers need glyphosate, otherwise the farming system will collapse, and we will all starve. Can can I counter that for a moment?
Yes.
So
There's
the
nuance. I'll give
fact
her
is
that.
that farming practices are a choice. Cancer is not. A miscarriage is not, right? Autism is not. And farming practices can be changed in one season, right? They can't be changed mid-season. It's that's impossible. But each year, farmers have a new opportunity to choose how to farm and what to farm. They could change their crops. They could change from soy to hemp. They could clean up the soil. They could have a highly necessary crop, which can be used for building materials, paper, fabric, food, all kinds of, hemp can be used for alternative plastic, all kinds of uses. And
Yeah.
they could also change, if they don't change the crop, they can change how they farm. It's called regenerative and regenerative organic farming. And so there are other ways to farm that do not utilize glyphosate, and we have historical evidence for this. Glyphosate and GMOs have only been used for the past 30 or 40 years. It hasn't
Really?
been until since
That's pretty
2002.
recent.
So, only 2 decades since glyphosate's, 20 less than 20 years that glyphosate has been used as a drying agent. Before that, for thousands of generations, we have not used GMOs.
Okay. I mean, I agree and I disagree with her because, like, if you take what RFK says on its head and just like a quick snippet of like a what do you call it, the like a headline version of what he said, yes, we are dependent on it, but what it means is like it has to be a slow transition because of the cost, and you can't just overnight switch. And so she kind of alludes to it. It's got to be a overtime thing. Like it can't just be boom, this today. We can't get rid of it.
Well, so the timeline on it is this. It was introduced as a weed killer in 74, but farmers started experimenting with pre-harvest application as a desiccant in the 80s. In the 90s, that practice became more common, it says, especially in cooler climates. So 2000s to present, widely used. And this is one of the reasons that I switched to, for example, organic coffee. I got rid of not only the seed oils, for me it worked, but also the glyphosate saturated crops. So if you do organic coffee, you're avoiding some of that. But also, if you go to buy flour, if you can't afford organic, at least buy King Arthur
We have
flour because they don't use it as a desiccant. So they may have pre-treated the soil, which not ideal in my opinion, but they're not spraying it all over the actual harvested crop. And so then it's like really freshly in your flour. You don't want that. But
How
before
the
that,
heck
what did
do
we
I?
have?
Right.
Chloridane was when I was a kid. Before that was DDT. Chloridane we were using for pests, and then after that was malathion. But none of these are great. But we were always careful. Like we didn't go spray chlordane right on our vegetables. Somebody may have been doing that though.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we probably didn't always. We probably had practices that maybe could have been improved in the past, but then we just jumped forward into the chemical age and just like said, safety be damned, for
Yeah.
or not just safety,
Seems
but
like
more
it's
like,
okay.
right, yeah, long-term testing, I guess. Now look at this. I can't share. I'm trying to share it into my group on. I was going to ask you if you
Oh,
had any insight as I shared it to see if maybe I could get it to where it wasn't going to double post, but now I can't share it into my own group. I just go like this. Is that really just going to double share it? Oh no. I think I just double shared it. Anyway, I can't really use my group over here without. Is there really only. There we go.
I don't know.
That's okay. What was I looking at before that? Oh, that video. That's not, the raw milk. We talked about that. Forgotten Soldiers update, episode 58. Okay. Yeah, Holy Health is her space on Sundays.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Plug
is
in the
this
power.
trace minerals? Oh, look at this. Trace mineral drops. Concentrace. Is it trace or concentrace? I don't know what the name of it is.
Being live on the laptop is a big draw on the battery.
Oh, I bet. Energy, bone health, and digestion.
I take I get the cheap one, but I have one that I
This
get from yeah, it's just a cheap one. Premium Health. It's a generic one that I get from grocery outlet. Trace minerals. It's important because of some stuff that we may miss. This one has iodine from kelp, zinc, selenium, which I take separately anyway, copper, manganese, chromium, helps with regulating blood sugar. Molybdenum, that's the key for me. Boron, which is good for bone health. I don't advise calcium supplements. You want boron, magnesium, and manganese. But molybdenum, along with my TMG, that helps because I have the MTHFR gene mutation and I don't methylate stuff properly, so my system can't clear. Like if I eat a lot of eggs with steak, that kind of thing, it's too much sulfur and I don't feel well. So I have to take that stuff to clear it from my system correctly.
You ever seen this thing? A hydrogen water bottle generator generator dash up. Or why is it generator up to 8,100 ppb molecular hydrogen? Interesting. Healthy gift.
$159.
Yeah.
I'll stick with
It's on sale.
water.
It's on sale.
Yeah, ooh, what a deal.
Does it take out microplastics?
Now, what was it recently that we said does binds to sauerkraut? Fermented vegetables binds to microplastics in the gut.
Oh, really? But maybe not in the rest of your system?
Well, I mean, that's where it starts. So, I mean,
Sure.
even if you're just drinking bottled water, we know that that's exposure. Um, you know, the lining in canned foods, if you eat canned foods, I don't typically, but it's everywhere. So that's going to be beneficial.
I'll have
So
a
I
soup.
keep
I have a
sauerkraut.
soup here and there, but
Yeah.
mostly not.
Very rare for me. I try to get glass jars if I'm going to get something that's like that, but yeah. But bottled water, I mean, well, I get a bottle filter. Oh, the bottle filter is steaming.
You're gonna have a fun time watching this later and going, "Oh wow," with the audio just every now and then going. I'm like, all right, it's okay. This has just
Last
been
today.
Make a call. Okay, Alice. So what was I going to say about? Oh yeah, I was going to say, Chris, are you still there, or Diane? I can't stay, unfortunately. I have an appointment. Oh, okay. Is anyone still in the chat? Chris, if you're still in the chat, can you please go to the Facebook Messenger group and tell them I cannot access the Messenger group right now? You're here. Okay, thank you. Can you please go in there and tell them I cannot get in?
This might be the only one here.
Yeah, he is. He's the only one commenting. I got a few viewers on there, but this is interesting. After 21 days of strict healthy eating, most people tell me they feel better. After 40 days, they tell me they feel great and never want to go back to the old sluggish, foggy, inflamed version of themselves. Your body's waiting for consistency. 21 days to notice, 40 days to transform. Say again?
Product.
Sounds
like a product, no? Like not
yeah, it does sound a little funny.
Plan, but yeah, it's like we're
I
selling
think she's not selling anything. She's talking about her patients that she goes to.
That's Carol. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, she could be promoting something. I don't know.
What's been your experience? Oh, she's just making a post, trying to get some engagement, but it does make sense. From size 44 pants to 36, holy cow. And of course, she responds to people and stuff.
She seems to be good about that, yeah.
5D health, overcoming barriers to healthy living.
She does seem to engage really well. Like, a lot of times when her space is on, I just pop in anonymous so that I can listen while I'm in the kitchen or something, just when I stumble across it. Yeah.
Wait, so this is a bigger post here. So we go here and then, wait. What just happened? I clicked this, and then it took me back to the top of her page. Weird.
Oh. I'm spending most of this particular broadcast today looking confused, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of at a loss myself right now. The 5 Ds of health. I wanna see what these are about. Let's see the 5 Ds of health.
You can't read that. Merle, all good? I just heard you could not see Facebook comments.
Yes, sir. I cannot see Facebook comments.
So now they're showing up here. Good.
Yeah, come over to Rumble if you want to say hi. Because I guess we're live on Facebook, but my account's suspended or something. I guess they're gonna tell us April Fools later.
Yeah, so I guess what you'll have to do once we're off here is do the whole face scan nonsense, and
it doesn't let me do any of that. It says I'm stuck on.
Probably because you're live.
No, it says I'm stuck on an appeal. It says it says that I put in an appeal, which I did not do. And it's like I'm actually suspended. It's not saying I need to re-verify. I did that part, and I put in a picture, which is the same picture I used before for my profile picture, and it just stuck at like I have a violation or something. It's a weird thing. I can show you.
Yeah, I'm just based on what I think it was Chris that described that process.
This is all I get. This is the only access to Facebook I have right now. Check back here. What if I hit refresh? Nothing. No. And the chat still doesn't work. Yeah, everything's still jacked up. So if you are watching on Facebook, I appreciate it, but I can't even look at it later. So we'll see what happens. Oh, Kim, I already got you here. Let's see Trent on the YouTube. Thanks for coming, Trent. Trent, come find us on the Rumble, man. We gotta get you on the Rumble. Done. When they did it to me, it was restored in like 2 hours. Yeah, bro, it doesn't seem like the same thing. It's definitely, it seems a little different than what everybody else is going through. But I hope it doesn't last too long. We'll see. We could probably cut the show a little short even, because I don't really have a lot, just going through Carol's page, just like all I'm doing now. Dr.
Yeah.
Heath had problems too with. I heard you guys talking about that with
Yeah, his whole internet's out.
his connection. Yeah.
I volunteered to be the search party, so I called
Hmm.
and left a message for him yesterday. And or yesterday was it this morning? It was this morning, and he texted me back to let me know he's got no internet. So like me, he doesn't have a signal. Now I can go down the street and get a signal, but apparently he can't because he might be a little bit in the boonies. He's in Arkansas. So yeah,
Right.
no Wi-Fi. They're digging up his yard to fix it.
2025, there was a Pew Research Center survey found that 69% of Americans say that rising prices of healthy food have made it noticeably harder to eat well, especially for lower income families. Fresh produce often feels like a luxury. Cost is obstacle too.
You know what? It's weird. I seem to have hit the right stride accidentally or maybe divinely guided, whatever. 2018 was when Dimitri said, go veg. And I was like, no. But I did eventually because at the time it was the right decision. And right when that happened, right, what happened going into 2019, 20, the price of meat skyrocketed. And I was like, I'm eating vegetarian, and it was cheap enough to do that, right? Then this whole thing we're dealing with now happened, and I had been shifting back into eating meat and finally decided to try the whole keto carnivore thing. Now, the price of meat is still high. However, what I found was doing it correctly and slashing the carbs. And I go to the butcher and I ask for the fat trimmings for free to cook those up and create tallow. I'm satiated, so I'm not eating as much. So I'm not filling my refrigerator with all the produce that's so expensive. I'm not buying grains. I'm not doing any of that. So now, even though meat is pricey, I catch the sales and it's costing me less.
Hmm.
Right shift, right
That's
time.
kind of what it says here. I don't know. I don't necessarily agree with all of it, but it says this week buy berries instead of chips. Well, that is going to be a big difference in price. But it's down here says for the drive, compare prices at the store with a fast food meal and feel the win in your cart. Yeah, that is for sure true. Like you think it's cheaper to buy fast food. It's not
Not
about
more.
cheaper. I think most, like, you might be able to still argue that if you take into consideration the time, um, effort, and materials that it takes to wash your own dishes, do your own cooking. So if you think time is money
What I hear though,
yeah,
yeah, the prices are out of control for fast
they
food.
are, they
But
are,
again,
but
do you want to pay the doctor or do you want to pay the grocer?
I don't agree. I don't disagree. But
Yeah.
my point being just on the cost alone, it might, you could still argue that, hey, it's much fat. I don't have to do the dishes. I don't have to take the time, which is not health reasoning, of course, but I don't know. I feel like that the cost
Not like
argument is a
cost
little bit of a
efficient, I don't
wash.
think. I don't
Yeah.
think it is. It's, you know, so the the standard American diet, the sad,
Mm,
uh, you're trying to fill your belly to satiate. Lot of food. And that is inefficient because with carbs, you're hungry again. That's the problem. The fats are satiating. I eat 1 to 2 meals a day. I'm not hungry until at least noon. It doesn't affect me to just
I'm not hungry right
no
now, and I
stop.
haven't eaten
Yeah,
today at all. It's 2:30.
exactly.
I had water. Like,
Yeah. So
hmm.
that's the thing. The fats are satiating and you will eat less just naturally, automatically. You're
I'll
getting
have
the
you know,
nutrients.
Tala, before the show, it only took me 10 minutes to go 3 rounds, actually 4 rounds. I went 1 round with the practice guy, and then I went 3 rounds with the first guy. I play this boxing game in VR, and man, it's, I mean, because I mean, you're in the ring with the guy, like, so you're blocking and you're waiting for an opening, and yeah, it was just a 10-minute little get up and move around for a bit, but it was good. I also I thought of you because before I did the fight part, I went and I did a speed bag. I'd never done it in the game. There's a speed bag portion, and I tell you what, there's no like accuracy. It's literally just testing how fast I can do this motion. Yeah, there it is. Ha! The halo of speed bag, the speed bag angel. Obstacle 3 for a healthy diet: lack of motivation, willpower, or fatigue. Decision fatigue, or I'm sorry, decision fatigue after. Wait, what? Am I saying this right?
Yeah.
After long days, depletes mental decision fatigue. Mental energy and leads to easier, less healthy choices. Right. You're fatigued, so you just want to have something quick and easy. It's just convenience. Desire: sit quietly for 1 minute and remember a time you felt strong and vibrant. Decision: share your vision for health with a trusted supporter. Accountability: determination. When the afternoon slump hits, stand up and do 10 deep breaths followed by 8 ounces of water instead of reaching for snacks. Drive: brew a cup of rhodiola
Rhodiola. I take that when I'm
or
hiking
ashwagandha tea.
elevations. It helps
Okay.
with oxygen. Yeah.
It's good for fatigue and stress resilience. Discipline:
Adaptogen. Yeah.
while brushing your teeth, do 10 gentle squats or stretches every single evening. That's a good idea.
Maybe not while I'm brushing my teeth.
Smack your face on the counter in front of you. Straight into the sink. My tooth. I mean, if you have the room, I guess. I don't have space in my bathroom. I'm right there at the sink.
Small.
Okay.
Well, it's like, oh, you've got a 3-bedroom house, but the rooms are not big.
Convenience and old habits. Isn't that kind of like the obstacle 3? That's all right. Junk food is engineered for instant access through apps and drive-thrus. Healthy choices usually requires planning and prep. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, I like to cook. I'm not terrible at it. I don't have a whole long list of things I can cook, but I have a good handful of go-tos that I'm pretty good at. And it's still, though, a daunting thing. Like, okay, I'm going to dirty the frying pan and the lid and the spatula and a bowl and a cup and a spoon, and that can be like an easy I guess motivator to go after the fast food. And it's like, man, that pan's going to get scorched because if I'm not good enough at whatever, the right heat, and then you end up with more work. So I see it.
I make a batch of tallow, put some of it, strain it into a jar. I leave a little bit in the pan. I'm going to cook a few meals with that tallow. I'm not worried about it. Tallow does not go rancid like that. People are worried about it, and they shouldn't be. I don't put the jar that I know I'm going to use for a couple of weeks that has homemade tallow in it does not go in the refrigerator. It's on the counter. It doesn't spoil. It's
Right.
seed oils that go rancid. Not real fanatical about that. If something gets scorched on there, then I see if I can kind of scrape it off with a spatula. If not, okay, it's time to pour that out and clean the pan. But I don't wash the pan every single meal.
Hey Kayla, hey Cullen. Having a bit of a weird day today. I got suspended on Facebook. They said I was too much of a bad boy.
Talking about that healthy stuff. What's the matter with you?
Right, too much health and wellness going on over here.
That's because you said Maha.
Yep, as soon as I said it. I posted, but just before the show, maybe an hour.
Get him out of here.
It might have been an hour before the show. I posted, I can't believe they're, how did I say it? I can't believe they're trying to sue, or they're attempting to sue, or something like that. Smack my face.
The vaccines.
No, it was just an April Fool's post. But now I can't access Facebook, and it looks like something's really happened. one of my biggest fans / haters.
We'll line him on there, but he's got a problem.
Are we still live? I just seen you're live on Facebook. Yeah, dude. I'm live there, and somebody might be commenting on Facebook. If you're commenting there, I apologize, but I can't see it. Can't even access it. Come find us on YouTube if you got to. Everybody's got YouTube on their phone. Unless you got a Freedom phone, then you're one of the lucky ones, because those are hard to get. I don't know if they're even a thing anymore. Probably got shut down. Freedom phone. You're live on Facebook now? Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I guess I'll just stay live there. It's not even connected through the Rumble because it says 0. It looks like no one's there, but there could be people there. I don't know. Anyway, very strange day today. If you guys could help me out on the Rumble side, hit the repost, hit the like, all that stuff. Because Rumble was just we blew it out of the park last month for Rumble as far as my hours viewed. You guys, let me show off just for a second here. Oh no, I can't because
If you've ever had any problems on Rumble.
I mean, they have their problems sometimes. But yeah, I had over double the hours viewed for last month. So very cool. It was a few months where I had to scramble to get to the 200, but this last month we more than doubled it. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. Oh, and you know what I was going to do? Damn it, on Facebook. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're on Rumble and you could help me out with this, please go to my page when you get a chance, hit the 3 little dots, and invite some friends to follow. I literally need 30, or no, it's like 24 people before I get to 5K. And if I get to 5K, they might offer me the silly monetization program thing that I have on my profile. It's on my profile, but I don't even post there anymore. I don't want it there. I want it on my page. It should be account wide. If they're going to offer that to you, it should be like any account you have. You're still the same creator, even though you have multiple pages, right? They should offer it to all of them anyway.
They separated all that out. I'm dealing with such like chapped lips this year. I don't know what the deal is. I'm just like
the weather's been crazy. Could be part
obsessively with the lip balm, you guys. But when they did that, where like you have to relog to access your Facebook pages, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I don't like changes.
Nonstop logging.
Yeah.
Now I can switch back and forth pretty easy, but I don't have to. I have multiple that I
too
don't
many pages.
need. Yeah, I have a bunch that I use for specific things because I wanted to separate things out, but turns out that may not be the best plan.
I don't know. Maybe it's a better plan because like if you lose access to one page, at least you've got your others or something. I don't know.
Right. Well, one of them is just for gaming because a lot of my friends who watch, trying to learn or trying to become more self-sustainable, they don't want to watch me play VR as much. A few people do, but I argue that it's a health related thing. Like, let's get more of our kids who are locked in on the consoles into the VR. Maybe yes, while you do that, tell them that hey, maybe you shouldn't play video games. Tell them whatever else you want to tell them, but at least get them from the stationary sit down all day game to the let's actually I'm actually gaining a skill. I'm learning. It might not be real world boxing or real world frisbee golf that I'm playing, but I'm actually I'm getting a little bit of practice almost, so like a simulation practice of these things, physical activity, but it's also a little bit of a skill learning kind of thing because even the military uses simulations.
Yeah, it is mental activity too. That's right.
It's a simulation that you can actually get some practice or some bit of, not all of it, but even the boxing games that I play, some of them will they pay attention to how fast and how much power you're actually putting into it, and they're wanting and they'll give you benefits or whatever if you're hitting it harder or something like that. It's different scenarios, but that is in real life making you put a little more snap into it, even though you're not actually hitting anything. You have to, more control, more snap. Anyway, I'm digress, but I feel like it should be more popular. I don't see a lot of VR gamers or streamers, I should say, out there, and you think that would be booming right now. But I think the biggest problem is the tech side of it, because while I'm live, I cannot see the comments. There's certain ways that I can do that, but not when I'm going live to everywhere. And I know it's confusing, but it's just it doesn't work smooth yet to where you can actually interact with your audience. So it's just kind of I'll have my headset on, and I'll be trying to look through this little tiny space between the goggles to look at my chat on my phone or whatever. Like I'm like I got the instead of trying to move it at all, I'm looking through this tiny little bit of air that you can see. Oh hey, what's up, Colin? Oh hey, what's going on, guy? And it's just not conducive yet for streamers. But I tell you, man, all the kids that play, you know, I did it. I played games for like many hours a day a lot of times. I was also very active in sports and stuff, so I guess I got lucky in that respect. But I still love video games, but I can't justify the sit down games anymore. I can, however, justify a little bit of a little bit of action, a little bit of you know.
Yeah, the sitting down for MMOR stopped in 2014. Yeah.
You got kind of cut out there. What stopped?
Oh, MMORPGs.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
played World of Warcraft for many hours, And you know what's funny? Another sort of like little midway, like I guess step you can take as a gamer is that I'm standing up right now. I could stand here playing, and I can kind of stand up and do a little bit of squats, a little bit of bending, a little stretching and stuff while I'm playing, instead of being sitting down in that computer chair that's so comfortable, so much so that you end up passing out while playing a game or whatever. And like, that's just not, that doesn't seem good for health. But yeah, I don't know.
What I'll do after this is I'm gonna see if I can get my drivers to update. It may be drivers.
It sounds like there's so many different things
in a
happening.
while.
You sound pretty good most of the time, but every now and then it just starts getting distorted. I don't know.
It sounds like a driver issue. Yeah, so I'm gonna check on that after we're done.
Oh wow! It wants to sell his VR for an RC airplane. Can't argue with that. Yeah, I mean, I'll push back. I'll play devil's advocate here, Cullen. You can't argue with that unless he gets the RC airplane, and it just collects dust in the in the garage.
Well, I can get him outside. It's true that he's taking responsibility for the idea of I have something that I could get something else with instead of saying, "Hey, can you buy this for me?"
I'm going to take the VR outside this summer because it actually works better with more light. And so I'm going to experiment just to see what happens. Although in the heat of the summer, I don't know. It's like that gets sweaty on your face and on your head. And yeah, maybe you need to build like a fan built in on it or something.
I was back on track the last couple of days, but the weather didn't cooperate. Like the early rising thing. That's my routine. That's how I'm the first light warrior, and I'm up early. I'm like, get a shower, get dressed, and then I'm all, oh man, because it had stopped, but no, it was raining again.
I wouldn't want to live in Washington. Washington, it rains like more days than not there.
You got to be willing to run in the rain, yeah.
Yeah, and I think if I lived there, I'd create some kind of contraption to collect that rainwater and like get energy out of it somehow. I don't know.
I even have a rain barrel that I put. There's a spot on my roof that dumps the most of the water, and I just shove it under that.
Oh, he broke his arm, Colin? I think I might remember you saying something about that. You said, or unless he breaks his arm and needs something to do inside, like now. Yeah, but I don't know that there's a lot of, I mean, the more, I guess, calmer VR games you could play with one hand. A lot of them, though, more action-packed ones are like your whole body are getting into it. In fact, I'd like to get the haptic sensors that you can get with in addition to just the helmet or the headset is a sensor and the two controllers are sensors, but you can buy ones that are for the belt. So like one on your belt and then one for each ankle. So there's certain games that actually like take your whole body into consideration, and that would be pretty fun. But not that many of them though, because think about it, that's an aftermarket, that's an extra thing. So there's going to be very much fewer games that are saying, hey, we want to see your ankles. Like most of the games are just doing the basic, the cheapest, the most accessible to new players. All right, so let me pull up the wheel, and I guess we'll wrap this up. It's been a kind of defeating episode while also being inspiring. I mean, I learned something today. I'm not too worried about it. I'm just wondering, like, how long is it going to take this time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How long is it going to take? And I have a show tomorrow, so I would like to like to do that show tomorrow. I can't even access the chat that I would give the other people in
Yeah.
the boxes people
They
the link.
used to. I don't know if they do now. Like if they had customer service that you could actually get on the phone with and say, "Hey, what is the issue? How do we resolve this so this doesn't keep happening?" If there's a number where you can contact people, I would try that and just
That's
say,
what
"Tell me
this
what
is
the
for.
problem is."
Oh, they
I
took it
know, but
away. They took it away. It
I
just
know, but
disappeared.
you know what I mean? Like like chat and all that crap is now being run by AI. It's even less reliable than it was before. So if you can't get someone on the phone, I just don't trust it.
Oh, hey. Oh, hey.
Is it back?
We're back. You're back on Facebook. Your account is no longer suspended.
Okay.
Hey, look, this has been a very triumphant episode, you guys. We've had lows, we've had highs. It's just
So
wow.
my thinking on it, I wasn't going to say anything yet, but my thinking on it, we're live. Okay, we're demonstrating that we're TOS abiding humans right now. It may have been better that it happened while you were live.
Right. Plus, AI doesn't seem to care about, like, hey, I can actually see that they're people. They just wants us to go through the motions of whatever the check thing is that it needs. In which case, there are plenty of like hackers and stuff figuring out ways around that. Like, hey, the pick every car in the picture and all that stuff, whatever the check thing. Okay, so let me look here. Kyle's still with us?
But I'm glad y'all
1
came
minute
over
ago.
to Rumble. This is good. Boost the numbers.
Yeah.
Hopping is not a bad thing.
Well, most of them already do. Kyle, I've been trying to get Kyle. Kyle, come on, man. We can get you over here to Rumble. I'll help you out. I'll
Coffee
figure out a
cup's
way.
empty.
Go ahead. Now I'm excited to pull this back up and see if it works my phone. Okay. We back. Wow, very strange. I want to offer you something, and maybe we could do it a different episode. But I have to do 5 hours of premium time, which is Rumble like paywall, Rumble Premium. Every month I got to do 5 hours, and so what I would like to start doing on my shows is maybe a little, like a maybe 20-minute, uncensored after show, on the premium, where we kind of maybe let things fly, where it's just specifically behind the Rumble. I know a few other people that do that, specifically Timcast IRL. They have a uncensored after portion where they have call-in guests and things like that. So it just makes sense to do some actual content instead of
Yeah.
I was going live and just replaying my week's episodes for 5 hours to get it done.
Alice is back.
Hey, Alice. Anyway,
Facebook
maybe
is good, Alice. It's resolved.
Kyle. Welcome back. Thanks, Kim.
I know what it's like. I've had various, not often, but once in a while I've had problems with accounts where it's like, the moment of panic of, can I actually fix this? Like, I don't know what I did. What did I do? What did I do? Yeah.
For me, it's a little bit of a hit to the ego, and I'll tell you why. Because for me, I do things in a pretty safe manner. I don't get hacked, but if somebody did find their way in there, I'd be like, damn it, you get violated in a way, you know what I mean? Like your defenses were penetrated, and we got around it, and so
Especially
it
if
does
you do
suck.
things like two factor and all of that. You've done everything they recommend and it still happens. Let's look at here's one that may surprise you. You know CT Fletcher is, right?
Sounds familiar. I can't picture the face
Black
though.
man, bodybuilder. The hat that I wear that says IS. Let me get it right. ISYMFS. It's still your MF set. That's his thing. So
I think I've heard him in
he's a
space.
motivational. Yeah. So he's got Instagram. He has an account on X. He barely uses it. There's a Facebook page. It was his. You know how many followers that has? Holy moly! Because he's known nationwide. He was a known bodybuilder and lifter, right? He's not in control of it. He keeps telling people it's not my account anymore. Somebody hacked it, and they don't know.
You would
There's
think he
followers.
could have a lawyer get a hold of Facebook and get it fixed.
Should be able to.
Like that's really the main way that the big creators are able to contact these sites, YouTube, Facebook. They have their lawyers do it, and it's unfortunate.
And
but
he hasn't had control of it in years. I would go ballistic on somebody.
I wonder if he just doesn't care enough to worry about it. Like,
No, he's not happy about it.
huh?
Because he's posted about it on IG. It's not. I don't have control of my account. So like I unfollowed it because I'm supporting him, obviously.
You know what's cool about X is that a lot of businesses have accounts on X. You might see a lot of them on Facebook, but for the most part, like news outlets and a lot of big businesses have accounts on X. And so I've actually used it before, to, like replying to a tweet or even sending a DM to a company that I couldn't get a response through other ways, and they might
went
see
after Sprint when they screwed with us. Here's my tactic: tag them, post a rant about the issue. Wait, because they will show up. Okay. So when Sprint responded, they wanted me to send them a DM, and I said, no, I'm good. We can talk about it right here in front of everybody. And they asked me 3 or 4 times to take it to a DM. I said, not until you escalate. I want somebody up the food chain. I'm not talking to another low-level rep. Otherwise, we're going to stay right here in public where everybody's going to see how incompetent you are. X is very good for doing that. They escalated.
Rumble just stopped responding to me at one point, and then I emailed their support team, and they were like, "Oh, but our bad. Like we just didn't see this." Okay, sure. You just didn't like me. Like I was starting to sound like a disgruntled somebody in their DMs, and I'm sure they just kind of want to tune that out as soon as it starts happening. All right, I'm gonna spin this wheel while we're chatting. But hey, Joe, how you doing, man? What is that? Are those 2 sausages in a pool, cheersing each other? And then Kyle with the dancing banana on Facebook. He found the dancing banana on Facebook. That's awesome.
I've got dancing dogs with sunglasses over here on Rumble's.
Yep. And there's Alice and Kim found the dancing banana. So Kayla found some too. Alice. She's here.
Oh, there it is. I couldn't tell it was a banana.
Yeah, it's a very sophisticated thing here. Let's see. Let me show you. Oh yeah, I had to delete that other stream. Is it still here? Which one's the right one? Okay, this is the right one. Pause it so we don't get motion sickness. Yeah, here you go. Dancing banana. Dancing banana. Boom. Boom. Oh, you can't see it yet because you're covering the screen right now. Here it comes. You're going to see a whole lot of them. There we go.
Yeah, I see it because I've got it on the strip on the right.
Anyway, congrats,
a lot of
Alex.
bananas.
I saw someone else do it once, and I just never went back. Dancing bananas.
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana again?
Right. Give me some dancing oranges. Throw some oranges and bananas. Okay. I think we're good there. Oh, that's what we can do. I need to find out where we left off at so that we can...
We didn't get through very much today.
No, we didn't, but I also don't... The list isn't actually as long as I'd like. Oh, hey, the selfie lounge. Gee, this is what sells, guys. This is what sells. This is how you build. This is how you grow on Facebook, online. You just do this. If you can do this, you'll just be incredible. You're just going to blow them away. It's sad. I mean, look, coming from a guy who, how do I put this delicately? My face doesn't look like it's been hit by a shovel, so it's not terrible to look at. Okay, I'm trying to anti boast here and say that I'm not bad to look at.
I have a radio face,
but that's not like hot dudes don't do it like the hot women do on the Facebook. Like it's just suddenly they just, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, the list.
Females are naturally built to be more attractive,
Yeah.
appealing.
It's like a beautiful fruit sitting on the tree, and a man is like
Primal.
a pretty wolf. You know, we could be a pretty wolf, but that's not. I guess a wolf could be sexy to some women. Some women like to choose the bear over the man or whatever in that scenario out in the woods. Okay, so that's where we're at. Okay, we don't need to continue, but it's been kind of a crapshoot. We'll just get out of here. But hey, it's been a wild ride today. Wow. Congrats, Alice.
Well, hopefully this ain't a do.
I feel like maybe I could like take a cut. I'll cut a piece of the beginning when I'm like, I'm getting, and then I'll put it together at the end when I got back, when they brought my account back, you know, in the same episode. I'll splice that video together where you see the whole roller coaster of the what, and then the whoa, we're back, you know, just like it'll be like a triumphant. It'll be an epic 4-minute clip. Speak to yourself. I'm a sexy bitch. Okay. All right, Chris. Chris. Oh, by the way, everybody, tomorrow 8:00 Central Time. Chris, I don't know if you plan to come on, but we got people in the boxes tomorrow night. I don't even have a topic yet. Kim wanted to talk about fear, but we've kind of hit fear a lot. It's never a bad topic to talk about, but anyway, we'll figure something out for tomorrow 8:00. It looks like we're back. Be aware of like more glitches happening, guys. If you're Facebookers, like I don't see that. I don't necessarily think that's the end of it because they just keep doing stuff, and every time they do something happens. Anyway, Tala, thanks again. It's been a roller coaster. See you guys later. I think I am going to switch over to Rumble Premium just for a few minutes anyway. You don't have to stick with me, but I'm going to play our little outro. I need to make us a different outro, by the way, if you ever feel like you want to make something different, because I need to do that for people in the boxes too, because it's not supposed to be, well, hey, Waylon kind of outro. It should be just like let's leave the show. See you later. Well, in fact, we'll do this. All right, guys, if you want to keep watching, we're going to be on Rumble Premium. I'll keep Tala for a couple minutes anyway. It'll be the uncensored after show. Ooh. And here we go. I'm going to just play this for a second while we switch it over.